Welcome to Ambassadors for Christ. We've got some exciting topics today, but before we get started, I just want to welcome all the ambassadors here. Remember that if you're born again, you've got the Spirit of Christ within you, you can be an ambassador, or you actually are functionally an ambassador. You just need to recognize the fact that you are an ambassador. We can't all be pastors, prophets, teachers, evangelists. We don't all have those types of ministries, but every single one of us can be ambassadors. So I'm Ambassador Lee, and for all the other ambassadors in the world, I'd like to make a toast. Whatever you're drinking, raise your cups to all those promoting Jesus Christ. All right, so today I just want to talk about three things real quick. First thing is the financial situation of the country. So I studied finance at the University of Texas here in Austin, so I know a little bit about finances. I've been studying a lot of this stuff since the financial crash, monetary policy, conspiracy theories. And really the only thing that we need to really consider, because we're trying to bring our children up, we're trying to look towards the future. It's not just about us and what we can get out of this world right now, right? That's what a lot of the fighting is, right? That's going on right now. People think there's not a lot left, so they're fighting over it. And that's when things get crazy. But I just want to share this to let people know that there's plenty left. Okay? There's plenty left. Do we need to get our finances under control and start balancing our budgets? That would be great. Make a huge difference. We don't even have to pay off the debt that we have. We just have to stop adding to it. And here's the reason why. So pretty much bankruptcy is considered when your liabilities, current liabilities, exceed your current assets. There are long-term liabilities and long-term assets, but pretty much the world as it is now, which is really what people focus on the most. The future is important, but what's going on right now is where is our balance sheet today, okay? And so I just brought this little chart out. I hope you can see it. Right now our current liabilities, and current liabilities are going to be government liabilities, corporate liabilities, residential liabilities, student loans, all the debt that's in the United States. It's at about, believe it or not, $170 trillion. That's a lot of debt. So right now we got about $170 trillion of outstanding liabilities, current liabilities that we're currently paying on. That's the scary news. The good news is our current assets are about $250 trillion. Okay? So that leaves us with about 80 trillion, if I'm doing this right, to play with. Leaves us with 80 trillion. So we're not going to run out of money for a while. And it also behooves Christians and anyone who cares about finances to invest in assets, okay? Gold, real estate, stocks and bonds, okay? Assets. The dollar will fluctuate up and down. Right now the dollar index is at about 93.7, something like that. It's gone all the way down into the low 80s before, so the dollar's still going to be fine. Bitcoin's going to play a role, and all these other type of digital currencies. Eventually there'll be a digital dollar, and that'll be totally different, but it won't replace the greenback. Not in our lifetimes, not for probably a long, long time, maybe 100 years plus. So you and your kids and your grandkids, y'all going to be fine. U.S. dollar's going to be fine. Don't let them scare you into it. The key is for the country, okay, is to keep these current assets valuable, okay? And how do you keep current assets valuable? You pump cash into the economy. So you want to own assets. Don't just be a renter. Don't just be a little, leasing your cars and always, financing everything. You want to own things. You want to buy your house, pay it off, do a short-term mortgage, right? You want to own your assets, buy stocks, buy gold. Wait for the right time sometimes. And there's going to be dips and valleys. There are financial cycles. And there's going to be a time at which these that 250 trillion probably drop down to 190 or something crazy, right? You never know. But remember, assets are also going to keep going up. So if you can keep your current assets going up in value faster than your current liabilities, you're golden. So, and everybody knows this. All the noise is just to scare you. So be smart. You know, try to be a lender more than a borrower. I say don't be a lender or a borrower, because lending is a whole lot of trouble. But sometimes, you know, that's just the world we get in. Even leasing in a sense is lending. You're lending people your house and they're leasing it out. So there's all kinds of lending. But try not to be a borrower. Maybe borrow your house. That's about it. A car. Don't borrow anything else. Pay off all your credit cards on time. Don't be stupid. So anyway, the future's very bright. So don't let anyone freak you out. You don't got to vote for the, you know, I might tell you to vote for, but just remember the future's bright. Okay. The other thing I want to talk about today is going on the offensive as a Christian. Okay. Don't be offensive, but go on offense. Right. Don't be afraid to wear a Christian T-shirt. It says Jesus is great. I just got finished doing my round of Jesus is awesome. Put out my stickers. Try to go over to Walmart, sometimes to the churches, hand these out. These are actually magnets they stick on the back of cars, right? You know, because Christ says, you know, declare me before others and I'll declare you before the Father. I mean, you want to have confidence when you go towards God. So promote Jesus Christ. You can always call me. I can give you some free Jesus is awesome yard banners or magnets that you can go and put on other people's cars. It's a network. I don't really advertise it. It's just a network, and it happens, generically. I'm doing it God's way, right? In my opinion, just a different way to promote. But at the same time, you can, just go on the offense when it comes to Christianity. Always walking into a room wanting to promote Christianity. Always remembering your place when you're with your friends or with, not in an unhumble way. Not in an arrogant way, oh, look at me, but that's okay. I mean, Christ doesn't get offended when you boast about him, right? You're trying to please God, not people. But don't be stupid about it, right? Use all the smart subtleties of words if you can find them, like Jesus did, right? Spoke in parables. Right? For us, we quote the word without quoting the word, right? So when you're talking to your friends, hopefully you've been studying the word in the morning, you've been putting it on during the week. And so when you're with your friends and families and you're out at the shops and you're doing your life things, the word just comes out of you. You might, just say, I can just see how if you see their child do something great, you see God has really blessed you and your child. I can see the humbleness of the Lord in that child. Just things like this, right? You're always trying to make people feel better. You're always trying to encourage people towards the kingdom, right? You can beat people up to hell. Happens all the time, right? But the fun thing in life, where all the energy comes from, is when you build them up towards the kingdom. So, there you go. I think that's about all I want to share today. And I got to go do something else. So, see you later.